You've been told to think positive, to visualize, to repeat affirmations. But deep down, you know it's not working. And here's why. Nobody told you the missing piece of the law of attraction. What if I told you that your mind isn't just a passive observer of reality, but the active sculptor of it? Forget everything you think you know about simply wishing for a better life. In the next 30 minutes, you will discover the practical, repeatable framework that merges ancient wisdom with modern science to turn your intentions into your reality. This isn't magic, it's the physics of consciousness. Welcome to a new world of discoveries. If you're here, it's likely because you've heard of the law of attraction. Maybe you've tried it. You've visualized that new car, affirmed that you are wealthy, or scripted your perfect relationship. And yet, you're still sitting in the same reality, feeling a mix of frustration and perhaps a little bit of foolishness. I understand. The modern, commercialized version of this powerful law has been watered down into a form of passive, wishful thinking. It's been stripped of its scientific backbone and its spiritual depth. The result is that for most people, it simply doesn't work. And that's the first great myth we need to shatter today. The idea that just thinking positive thoughts is enough. It's not. It's like trying to sail a boat by just looking at a picture of wind. You're missing the actual force that creates movement. The true power lies in the intersection, the sacred meeting point between the tangible mechanics of your brain and the intangible energy of your consciousness. It's where neuroscience meets spirituality, where quantum physics echoes the words of ancient mystics. And by the end of this video, you will not only understand this intersection, but you will have a practical map to navigate it. So, let's address the biggest question, the elephant in the room that brought you here. Why hasn't it worked for me? You've done the vision boards, you've repeated the mantras. Why is there a disconnect between the vibrant reality in your mind and the stagnant one you see before you? The answer is because you've been trying to solve an equation with missing variables. You've been given the what you desire, but you haven't been given the how and the why in a way that truly matters. The how isn't about the specific steps the universe will take. That's not your job. The how is about how you align your internal state, your brain wiring, your emotional signature, your core beliefs with the reality you wish to experience. The problem isn't that the universe isn't listening. The problem is that we are broadcasting a signal filled with static. Our desires say one thing, but our subconscious beliefs, our emotional state, and our focus are screaming something entirely different. Your desire for abundance is being drowned out by a deep-seated feeling of lack. Your intention for love is being blocked by a subconscious fear of vulnerability. You're holding the magnet of your desire, but you've unknowingly pointed the opposite pole towards it, creating resistance instead of attraction. Today, we turn that magnet around. To do that, we first need to move away from the woo-woo and ground ourselves in science. Let's talk about your brain. Inside your brainstem, there's a network of neurons called the Reticular Activating System, or the RAS. Think of the RAS as the ultimate gatekeeper or filter for your reality. You are bombarded with billions of bits of information every single second, sights, sounds, sensations. If your conscious mind had to process all of that, you'd be instantly overwhelmed. So the RAS filters it. It decides what you get to be aware of. And how does it decide? It listens to your instructions. It pays attention to what you deem important. When you decide to buy a specific model of a red car, what happens? Suddenly, you see that exact red car everywhere. Were there more red cars on the road? No. Your RAS was simply given a new command. This is important. Show me this. It began filtering your reality to match your focused intention. This isn't spirituality. This is fundamental neuroscience. The law of attraction begins here, in the physical, programmable hardware of your brain. Your dominant thoughts, your repeated focuses, are literally programming your brain to filter the world and show you evidence of what you believe. So the first practical step isn't just vaguely thinking positive. It is about giving your RAS a crystal clear, specific command. Clarity is power. Vague intentions get vague results. I want to be rich is a useless command for your RAS. It's like telling a GPS, I want to go somewhere nice. You'll go nowhere. What does rich mean to you specifically? Is it a number in your bank account? Is it the ability to pay all your bills without stress and travel twice a year? Is it earning $10,000 a month through a business you love? Get specific. Write it down. Your brain works with sensory details. What does that reality look like? What does it feel like? What do you hear? Who is with you? When you create a detailed, specific, multi-sensory vision of your goal, you are no longer just wishing. You are handing a detailed blueprint to your brain's filtering system. This process is called visualization, but we need to upgrade it from a simple daydream to a neurological exercise. The act of repeatedly visualizing a detailed outcome begins to create new neural pathways in your brain. This is a concept called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Your brain, on a neurological level, doesn't make a strong distinction between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you consistently run the movie of your desired outcome, your brain starts to believe it's a memory, an actual part of your reality. It then commands the RAS to find the people, the opportunities, and the ideas that match this new reality you've been rehearsing in your mind. You literally start to perceive the world differently. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And this neurological process is the first step to becoming the person who already has what you desire. But here is where the purely scientific hustle culture approach fails, and where we must build our second bridge into the realm of the spiritual, or more accurately, the energetic. You can have the clearest vision in the world, you can program your RAS perfectly, but if your emotional state contradicts that vision, you will create an internal war, and that conflict will sabotage your every effort. This is the static I mentioned earlier. You visualize wealth, but you feel poor. You visualize love, but you feel lonely and unworthy. This incongruence is the single greatest reason for failure. Your emotions are the engine. They are the energy that fuels the vehicle of your mind. A thought is just an electrical signal, but a thought combined with a powerful emotion creates an electromagnetic signature. It's a broadcast. And this is where science begins to look a lot like ancient wisdom. Organizations like the HeartMath Institute have done incredible research on the electromagnetic field of the heart, which is vastly more powerful than that of the brain. When you cultivate the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the gratitude, the joy, the freedom, the love, before it has manifested in your physical reality, you are creating what is called heart-brain coherence. You are aligning your thoughts with your emotions. You are no longer just thinking about your destination. You are vibrating at its frequency. You are tuning your receiver to the channel of your desired reality. So the question I want you to ask yourself is not just, what do I want to attract, but rather, what is the dominant emotion I am broadcasting to the universe all day long? Because that right there is your true point of attraction. In our next segment, we will dive deep into the practical techniques to master this emotional signature and explore the spiritual paradox of letting go, which is the final key to unlocking the flow of effortless manifestation. So we've established the two primary inputs for creation: the focused clarity of your thoughts, which programs your brain's reticular activating system, and the magnetic power of your emotions, which generates the energetic blueprint of your desire. The crucial step, the one that bridges the gap between simply thinking and actively attracting, is learning to generate the emotion of your desired future in the present moment. This is not about faking it till you make it. It is about understanding that the universe doesn't respond to your words or your pictures. It responds to your energy, your frequency, your state of being. And you are in complete control of that. This requires you to practice what I call emotional rehearsal. Just as an actor rehearses the feelings of a character to deliver a convincing performance, you must rehearse the feelings of the person you want to become. Several times a day, take just 60 seconds. Close your eyes. And don't just visualize your goal. Feel it. If it's financial freedom, don't just see the numbers in your account. Feel the sensation of relief washing over you. Feel the lightness in your chest as the burden of debt disappears. Feel the excitement of booking a trip without checking the price. Anchor that feeling in your body. This practice does something remarkable. It shifts you from the state of wanting to the state of having. Wanting is a state of lack. It energetically signals to the universe that you do not have something. Having, or more accurately, the feeling of having, is a state of abundance and wholeness. It is the frequency of reception. You are training your body to be emotionally ahead of your actual experience, and in the quantum model of reality, this is precisely what collapses potential into reality. And if this idea of consciously creating your emotional state is resonating with you, if you're feeling a shift just thinking about it, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. We dive into practical, science-backed techniques like this every week to help you move from a passive observer to a conscious creator of your life. This isn't just a channel, it's a community of creators. Now, let's address the biggest hurdle to maintaining this elevated state. You can do this emotional rehearsal perfectly. You can feel abundant and joyful for 5 whole minutes. But then you open your eyes, check your email, and a bill you weren't expecting arrives. Instantly, the old feelings of anxiety, stress, and lack come flooding back. The elevated state is gone. What happened? You just ran into the wall of your own subconscious programming. This is the real reason the law of attraction fails, and it's the piece of the puzzle most teachers conveniently ignore. Imagine your mind is an iceberg. The 5% you can see above the water is your conscious mind, the part that sets goals, visualizes, and affirms. But the 95% below the surface, massive and powerful, is your subconscious mind. This part of your mind is the hard drive. It's the home of your habits, your automatic reactions, your emotional triggers, and most importantly, your core beliefs. These beliefs were programmed into you largely between the ages of 0 and 7, by your parents, your teachers, and your early life experiences. They are beliefs like, money is hard to come by, I'm not good enough for a great relationship, or life is a struggle. Your conscious mind can say, I am wealthy 1,000 times, but if your subconscious program is running a script that says, we are always in debt, the 95% will win every single time. It's like trying to fly a plane on autopilot set for Tokyo while consciously trying to steer it to New York. You'll create immense conflict and burn a lot of fuel, but the plane's deep programming will ultimately pull it back towards its original destination. Therefore, the most profound work you can do is not on your vision board, it's on your subconscious mind. We have to become benevolent hackers of our own programming. So how do we access this powerful hidden part of ourselves? The subconscious mind learns in two primary ways, through repetition and through hypnosis. And hypnosis isn't what you see in stage shows. It simply refers to a state of reduced brainwave frequency. When you're fully awake and analytical, you're in a beta brainwave state. Your conscious mind is the gatekeeper, analyzing everything. But in moments of deep relaxation, right as you're falling asleep or just as you're waking up, and during meditation, your brain shifts into alpha and theta states. In these states, the conscious gatekeeper is drowsy. The door to the subconscious is open. This is the golden window of opportunity. This is why practices like listening to affirmations as you fall asleep are so powerful. It's not the words themselves, but the state of receptivity you're in that allows those new ideas to be planted directly into the fertile soil of the subconscious, bypassing the cynical conscious mind. This is also why meditation is non-negotiable in this work. A daily meditation practice isn't about clearing your mind. It's about practicing the art of moving beyond your analytical mind and entering the operating system where your core programs are stored. So, the second practical application is to identify the limiting belief that is sabotaging your desire and then create a powerful, positive statement to replace it. If your desire is wealth and your limiting belief is I never have enough, your new statement could be, money flows to me easily and consistently from multiple sources. Then, for at least 21 consecutive days, the approximate time it takes to form a new neural pathway, you must impress this new belief upon your subconscious. As you are falling asleep at night, when you are in that relaxed, dreamlike state, repeat your new statement over and over again. Feel the truth of it. Let it be the last thing your mind marinates in before you sleep. When you do this, you are literally rewriting the code. You are upgrading your internal software. And when your subconscious program finally aligns with your conscious desire, something magical happens. The struggle ceases. The internal conflict dissolves. Your actions become automatically aligned with your goals, and your RAS begins to filter reality through this new, empowered belief. But there's one final piece, a spiritual paradox that ties all of this together. It's the art of releasing your desire after you've done this work. In the final part, we will explore the science of surrender and why letting go is the ultimate act of faith that accelerates manifestation beyond your wildest dreams. We've now covered the mechanics of the mind and the energy of the heart. You have the blueprint for clarity and the engine of emotion. You have the key to unlock and rewrite the subconscious programs that have been running your life on autopilot. But now we arrive at the most subtle, the most profound, and perhaps the most difficult step of all, the spiritual art of surrender. This is the great paradox of creation. After you have done all the internal work, clarifying your vision, rehearsing the emotion, reprogramming your beliefs, you must let it go. You must release your desperate attachment to the outcome. Why? Because desperation, neediness, and obsessive checking to see if it's here yet are all emotions that scream one thing to the universe: lack. It is the energetic equivalent of planting a seed in a garden and then digging it up every 10 minutes to see if it's growing. You destroy the very process of germination with your anxiety and distrust. Surrender is not giving up. It is the ultimate act of faith. It is a state of active trust. It is shifting from the frantic energy of, "I need this to happen," to the calm, knowing energy of, "I know this is happening." You've placed the order with the universe. So how do you practically surrender while still holding the intention? You distinguish between intention and attachment. You hold the vision of the what with clarity and joy, but you completely release your grip on the how and the when. The infinite intelligence of the universe has a perspective you do not. It can see the fastest, most efficient, most harmonious path to your desire, a path your conscious mind could never conceive of. When you obsess over the how, you limit the universe to the narrow pathways you can currently see, blocking infinite other possibilities. The second key to surrender is to shift your focus to inspired action. This is not the same as forced, hustling action born from fear. Inspired action feels different. It feels light, exciting, and natural. It's the sudden urge to call an old friend, the spontaneous idea to take a different route home, the curiosity to click on an article you'd normally ignore. As you do the internal work, your newly programmed reticular activating system will begin to highlight these opportunities. They are the breadcrumbs the universe is leaving for you. Your job is not to forge the entire path, but simply to take the next, obvious, inspired step. Trust these nudges. They are the physical manifestation of your new alignment. So let's bring it all together. Let's create the complete framework, the four-step cycle of conscious creation that merges science and spirit. Step 1. Clarity. You must define your destination with absolute precision. What do you want? Write it down in sensory detail. This is the blueprint you hand to your brain. Step 2. Alignment. You must generate the emotional signature of your wish fulfilled daily. Use emotional rehearsal to feel it in your body now. This is the magnetic engine that draws it to you. Step 3. Reprogramming. You must identify the limiting subconscious beliefs that contradict your desire and systematically overwrite them. Use the windows of opportunity before sleep and during meditation. This is the software upgrade that removes the internal conflict. And finally, step 4. Surrender. You must detach from the outcome, trusting that the how and when are being handled. You live in a state of gratitude for what is coming and take joyful, inspired action on the opportunities that appear. This is the faith that allows creation to unfold. Clarity, alignment, reprogramming, and surrender. This isn't a one-time trick, it's a new way of living. It is the practice of becoming the creator of your reality. Ultimately, you will come to realize that the goal of this work was never about getting the car, the money, or the relationship. Those are just the wonderful byproducts. The true purpose of this process is your own evolution. It's about becoming a master of your own internal state. It's about moving from a reactive, victim of circumstance consciousness to a deliberate, empowered, creative consciousness. It's about realizing that the outer world you experience is nothing more than a mirror reflecting the inner world you cultivate. When you change your internal state, your dominant thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, your external reality must change to match it. That is the law. It is not about attracting what you want. It is about understanding that you already have everything within you. You are simply clearing away the noise, the limiting beliefs, and the negative emotions so you can allow the reality you prefer to emerge. You are not a seeker, you are a creator. Your journey as a conscious creator begins with a single conscious choice. A choice to stop outsourcing your power to external circumstances and to start cultivating it within. If this message has resonated with you, I invite you to make a commitment right now. Go to the comments section and declare the one limiting belief you are now ready to release and rewrite. By writing it down, you make it real. You take the first step. And if you're ready to continue this journey of transformation with a community of like-minded creators, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. This is more than a channel. It's a workshop for your life. Thank you for investing your time and energy here today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more great content like this. Remember, the world you see is a reflection of the person you are. Be generous. The more you give, the more you receive. Show your generosity to the universe. Change the person, and you will, without fail, change the world. Change your mind, change your life.